The history of the U.S. dollar's birth can be traced back to the late 18th century. In 1785, the Continental Congress established the dollar as the official currency of the United States. The dollar was based on the Spanish dollar, which was widely used in the American colonies at the time. The first official coins were minted in 1792, following the passage of the Coinage Act. These coins were made of silver and gold, and featured the image of Lady Liberty on one side and an eagle on the other. The dollar was divided into 100 cents, with each cent representing 1/100th of a dollar. In the early years of the United States, the dollar was not the only currency in circulation. Many states issued their own currencies, leading to a lack of uniformity and stability in the monetary system. This changed in 1862 when the U.S. government issued paper money for the first time to finance the Civil War. These notes were known as greenbacks because of their distinctive green ink. The National Banking Act of 1863 established a system of national banks that issued a uniform national currency backed by the U.S. government. This marked the beginning of the end for state-issued currencies, as the national currency became the standard medium of exchange in the United States. In 1913, the Federal Reserve System was established to provide a more stable and flexible monetary system. The Federal Reserve Act created a central bank that could regulate the money supply and interest rates to promote economic stability. The Federal Reserve issued Federal Reserve notes as the official currency of the United States, which are still in use today. During the Great Depression of the 1930s, President Franklin D. Roosevelt took the United States off the gold standard to stimulate the economy. This meant that the value of the dollar was no longer tied to a specific amount of gold, allowing the government more flexibility in managing the money supply. In 1944, the Bretton Woods Agreement established a new international monetary system based on the U.S. dollar. Under this system, the dollar was pegged to gold at a fixed rate of $35 per ounce, while other currencies were pegged to the dollar. This system helped stabilize exchange rates and promote international trade and investment. The Bretton Woods system began to unravel in the 1960s as the U.S. experienced trade deficits and inflation. In 1971, President Richard Nixon ended the convertibility of the dollar into gold, effectively ending the Bretton Woods system. This marked the beginning of the era of fiat money, where the value of the dollar is not backed by a physical commodity. Since the 1970s, the U.S. dollar has remained the world's dominant reserve currency. It is used in international trade and finance, and many countries hold U.S. dollars as part of their foreign exchange reserves. The dollar's status as the world's reserve currency gives the United States significant economic and political influence on the global stage. Despite its long history, the U.S. dollar faces challenges in the 21st century. The rise of digital currencies like Bitcoin and the growing influence of emerging economies like China are threatening the dollar's dominance. The Federal Reserve's monetary policy decisions and the U.S. government's fiscal policies will play a crucial role in shaping the future of the dollar as the world's reserve currency. In conclusion, the history of the U.S. dollar's birth is a story of evolution and adaptation. From its humble beginnings as a colonial currency to its current status as the world's dominant reserve currency, the dollar has played a central role in the economic history of the United States and the world. Its future will depend on how well the U.S. government and the Federal Reserve can navigate the challenges of the 21st century economy.